Hey guys, this is Samuel Tech Geek with the review of the VC controller. This controller is for the Wii, obviously, and you plug it into the Wii controller. What you can do with it is that you can play either Wii. There's some Wii games that incorporate it, like Dragon Ball Z is one, for instance. You plug it in your Wii controller, and you can play with that instead of, you know, the Wiimote and Nunchuck. And it feels quite better, too. And, another game is Super Smash Bros. And another game that's going to come out soon is Mario Kart. Plus, all the VC games you can use this, the GameCube controller. Well, this works for all the VC games. Every VC game you can use the classic controller with. Some games the GameCube doesn't work, and some games the Wiimote just can't work. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to tell you how it feels and stuff. You know, I just bought this 2 days ago. Brawl. It works fine in Brawl, you know. Very, very good controller. I like it. And, A button here. All the buttons here, they feel excellent. Not too small, not too big. The analog sticks work great. I mean, this is the only controller I've ever liked with the analog sticks on the bottom. You know why? I'm going to tell you why right now. Because it just works because they're so close to the other buttons. It's not like really like the PlayStation controller, which they're like bulbs on the bottom, and they're very far away from the buttons. So on the PlayStation, I'd hold it down here, and the analog sticks would be down here, but they're up here next to the D-pad, so I can access the buttons much quicker. And up here are some of the best bumpers I've ever used. I mean, they're like a combination of, how shall I put this? They're a combination of the R2 on the PlayStation, that's how they feel, and the bumpers on the GameCube. Work very well. Now, I know what people are going to say. The first thing you see when you see this controller is this controller. Now, although you may think they feel similar, the Super Nintendo controller actually feels a lot clunkier and a lot harder to use than this controller. This controller feels excellent. And if you really want like a wireless controller feel to it, you see these things on the back here? You can snap this thing onto your Wiimote, and then you can clip this on to the back to the front of your Wiimote. And the Wiimote will be sticking up right here, and the controller will be like right there. And you could play your games without having to drag the Wiimote around, which is pretty cool. And it's just a very, very good controller. What Nintendo made this controller for, this is like, if motion sensing didn't work, they said that this would be the Wii's controller. If motion sensing turned out to be lame and people didn't like it, this would be the controller they'd switch to. And honestly, it feels great. I love this controller. It feels very, very good on the hands. Very easy to access the buttons. I'm still getting used to it in Brawl because I'm used to the analog stick on the Nunchuck or the analog stick on the GameCube, which are both, you know, wherever the hell I want. Well, the Nunchuck, it's wherever the hell I want it, and on the GameCube, it's on the top here. Because I'm not used to playing a PlayStation-like controller with the analog sticks at the bottom. That's the main difference. And it feels sort of like I'm playing on the GameCube, so I'm trying to press the middle for the giant A button. So, yeah. But, overall, it's a great controller. If you have a Wii and you download VC games, I really recommend you buy it. The D-pad is great. One of the best D-pads I've ever used. Right there. It's nice and big, and it works fine. So, if you like it, if you like the old style of controllers, if you're going to buy the VC games, if you don't really care for motion sensing in some games, because a lot of games now are going to let you use the VC controller, and some even the GameCube controller, to control Wii games, if you want to. I think that's an excellent decision Nintendo's made there. So, yeah. Buy this. Feels very good. Feels hardcore. This is like as hardcore you're gonna get on the Wii. Yeah. So try it out. I totally recommend buying it. And that's about it. One more thing. Whoa. I just love ripping out Steve Jobs, huh? Anyway, one more thing. This is the next game. I mean, I'm going to be reviewing 3 games this week. I'll put 4 fingers up. 3 games this week. One being Bloody Roar for the PlayStation, the original one, not 2. And Real Monsters for the Super Nintendo. I've had these games forever, especially Bloody Roar. And, check it out. Stay tuned. And Punch-Out for Virtual Console.